home is for all of us. And we never targeted any community, but it's allowing you to say the truth in this room. That's why the food in there, Wulang is under control by the SSPDF, which is the truth. There's no fake news here. So, and the reason that we put it, we also explain it to you, but we want to put it somewhere. Let that war stop. Let the war stop, and then we go back for our normal business. Go for cultivate. Tell your kid to go to cultivate. Tell your brother to go back to cultivate. And let us stop fighting the war with the government. If you're from SPLA-IO members, you, High Court, go and negotiate with the government in the way that you will fix something in the country, not to killing our innocent people because of your seat. No. Let me try to preach the word that we have to go to jail, and then we vote in 2026, and then we see who will win the election between the SPLA-IO or another party, or the SPLA leader, the ruling party will remain in the leadership. Then we see that. And then we talk in the politics that we have to debate in the politics, not debating to killing and bringing the blood of people. Let me stop there. Thank you. Let me move the.
Anyway, we know the root cause.
High Court, what's your real name? Yeah, can you bring your real name?
Don't worry.
I will have to worry about it because I need don't give the name. Give your real name, please.
Okay.
This is my real name. What's your real name?
I'm not by birth. Let me put my point. What's
your real name, please?
He's a coward. He's a coward because he know what he doing is wrong, and when he get caught later,
people. What's your real name, please? If you don't have your real name, get over this place. What's your real name, please?
So those are.
Yeah, let me put my point. You cannot open your mouth. You have to respect the room. You cannot open your
mouth. You don't have a card to play here to dictate people. Please. You're not a moderator. If you don't want to answer it, continue with your statement. This guy will not answer your question. He doesn't have balls to answer your question. So leave him, please. But
anyway, you guys who don't know the root cause of Nasser, who don't know, unless you play the political game that we know. So, Madid, you're asking why you guys you fighting in Nasser? We're fighting in Nasser. Oh my God.
Baba, your network is bad.
Anyway, war is war. What took place in Nasser is a humiliation, is a violation of the human rights. Okay, so anyone can have a right to be listened. That's why the country has a problem of human rights system. For that reason, the war now is everywhere in Wulang. So the Wulang now is under attack by the militant of the regime. So there's no question mark. The war now is reaching Malkal. It's not about Nasser alone or Wulang alone, for your information. So we, the Nile community, we're going to fight anyone come across the Wulang. Those who come back to Ulang is a done deal, for your information. Those politicians who blindfold the innocent kid, they're going to regret. I'm very sorry for those people, for those politicians, the police politicians who killing the innocent kid every year. I really feel sorry for them because that is not the interest of the country. This is the interest for their pocket. Someone left. I don't want to mention even their name. So for those who are celebrating now, those militants are now in Wulang. That is a lie.
I thought you said they left and they should not come back.
No. What I'm saying, Now, if there are now Ulang, so that will be the worst. They make the wrong choice for your information. Okay, so within 2 days, 3 days, they will not stay there, and they're going to face the defeat, because now the Norway army of the Kenyan, they're all well equipped, and there are more than thousand. So even though those militants who come to Nasser or Wulang, they were going to be a nightmare. It's a matter of time. So don't celebrate it yet. War is war. We in our community, we're going to defeat those who try to interrupting us in our places. Okay? So now Salva Kiir took the country to the war. That is the result of war.
Okay,
you come in.
I caught, hold on. Now, what do you want exactly? What do you want? Can you tell us here before you leave the room? What do you want? What war are you fighting? What is it?
The war we're fighting, we need the country to live in peace. Okay? So you cannot give right to the people. You cannot humiliate the people. So the failed regime, so you know our agenda to make the country to live in peace, and the citizen have right to live in peace, not in chaos. Okay?
So let me give you another one. You let the country live in peace. You, the civilian, you are not the government. And you are opposing the government, fighting the government, making the crime, and you say you want to leave the country, you take the country to live in peace. Why are you not asking the government in the language the civilians are using? When you took in the arm, you have to declare yourself, you are rebel. You took the arm against the government to liberate the country by force. That should be the way people discuss in a different way. But if you are civilian and you say that you want to make the country to live in peace, in what article in the South Sudan Constitution, an article that the civilians took their arm and fight the government, and they're saying that we need the country to live in peace. Where? Where is it? And you say you're from your high court. High court from what? High court, you're blindfolding yourself, and you just killing those innocent kids. Like you say that there's a huge number from Gamware or from whatever that to save the government. And you never knew, and you already knew exactly the number of Wadam being killed in those areas. How they are speaking. And you say the war is moving to Malacca. Even though the war moving to Malacca, there's a government there, they will fight with the government, and they will not defeat the government. My friend, why let you kill those people? Tell them, let them go back, let's put the gun down, and then let them talk in the way you talk. Tell them that you guys are a high court. I'm living in Western countries, I'm eating the good food, I sleep wherever I sleep, and I drink clean water. Leave that. Go to school, and then teach yourself about to be a good citizen in the country. That will be the right way. But if you are pushing them that you want to make the country to be safe, that's not the right way, my friend. You give the wrong advice to your people.
We will not allow to use your evil agenda to terrorize the country. We will not allow that. We in our community, we don't want an SPDF, the evil government, to move, to live among our community. We don't want that, because that is the evil regime. We don't want that. We in our community, we've been killed in 2013, and we've been killed in Nasser with a chemical weapon. We not allow that. South Sudan will be a nightmare. We need
the government, right? You're rebelling the government.
There are no government. There are no government. That is the tribal government. We don't have government in South Sudan. That's tribal.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. High Court, thank you. Now, okay. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay. So, first thing, before we move ahead with our debate, let's give a chance to our sister. So, we need to recognize our sister, Teresina. So, let us give her a shot, and then we'll go back to debate with High Court and the rest.
Hi guys. How is everybody doing? Sorry?
Okay. Okay.
I was talking to Madid.
Oh, okay. Go ahead to the state. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, كيف إن شاء الله كويسين.
And be like, puzzle. Yeah.
Okay. أنا جيت فوق بس عشان هاي كوت هو بيقول
كلام غريب شوية. You want to fight for all the country. So in the good term, you need a people of South Sudan to live in peace. So who give you a right to fight behalf of all the 65 tribes? It's good to say I'm fighting for my own country, my own state, or my own villaging. Because I don't need the government to be there. That's fine for us. We can hear that. But you fight for all entire the tribe as Nuer. Who give you that right? I agree with you. If you don't want a government in your area, you can fight them if you can. It's not the villaging like you're fighting one tribe. You're fighting entire the country. So my question to you, who give you a right to fight for all over the people in the country?
Yes.
High God.
Yeah. Anyway, Teresina, you have to answer yourself when you guys formed create Agalwek when fight with the government, when you fighting with the government before. Okay, ask yourself. So for that reason, we the North community.
Okay. But let me cut you here. We fight was a tribe grab our land, and the government appeared there and fight us. So we know fighting for all entire the country. You said now you're fighting for all entire the country and people of South Sudan to have a peace. Who give you a right? That's my question to you.
That is our right when the evil government doesn't accept our right, we have to fight for our right. Okay? Like you, they should look lost your agenda. Now you want to fight Nuer. It's well and good.
Don't confuse
you're losing
yourself.
now. You're losing. You're losing
yourself. High Court, don't confuse yourself. Answer my question. We are 65. We have 64 tribes in the country, and you said you fighting behalf of all those people. That's my question to you. Who give you that right? Me, I'm fighting in my area only. It's not Barghazal. It's not Juba people. It's not any tribe. I'm fighting for my right in my place, my land only. Don't tell me I lost whatever I lost. Nothing lost here. My question to you, this is a country, big country, 65 tribes with a government in it. You want to fight in Malakal, you want to fight anywhere. You refuse yourself, no government can you go out for hudud, the border, very important. The border with our country, all the country, all over the world, unless انتم ما بتعرفوا حاجة اسمه دولة. دولة ده حاجة كبير جدا. لو شايفون ده غابة انتم مشيتوا فوق وشاكلتوا وجيتوا سلمتوا البلد ده is a really wrong thing you guys think about it. The border into guarding border between country and other country have to be protected. انتوا هتقدر تحموا البودة دي لو انت عندكم راي تاني انك هتقدر تحموا البودة الناس ماشيين عشان يحموها ده حاجة تاني completely. Think twice. إذا انت ما داير government في area بتاعتك is a different case. And protecting the border is another case too. Telling us we want to fight behalf and anybody there to bring the peace in is totally wrong. Because you will die, a number of you will die. It's not only just علمتوا إنه دايرين تشاغلوا عشان ناصر only. لا علمتوا إنه دايرين تقتلوا نوير، دايرين تقتلوا تشالا، علمتوا إنه دايرين تقتلوا الدينكا. Number of Dinka, did you know how many million of them? Not good to be specific, we want to fight the government. But you fighting the government, you fight the two nations two nations. You come into Malagal, you will find two nations there. If you Nasser, Intabarak, Intabarak. دقيقة ما تقطعني انت ما اديتني answer لازم تسمع الكلام اللي داير اقوله لك ده حكي. The fight you have to be divided عشان احنا نقدر نفهم. انت لو بتشاكل عشان سوى السودان كله why not? Everybody مدعاني من حكومة. كده احنا we just put it in a logic area عشان نقدر divide the problem between مشكلة بتاعك في area بتاعتك ومشكلة بتاع ملكال ومشكلة بتاع حكومة معاكم انتو. You have to divide that عشان الناس يقدروا يقفوا معاكم. لكن برجل اللي انتوا قاعد تعملوه ده انت هتموتوا براكم. انت هتجوا لدينكا هيقتلوكم، هتجوا لشلوك هيقتلوكم. My hand the fight already broke down in Malakal. It's there for 2 days now. انت ما ممكن how many are you? One tribe fighting of two قبيلة and government في راسه. انتوا دايرين تنتهروا من حياتكم تنتهوا مرة واحدة ولا كيف هسه؟ أنا عارف في ظلم في بلدنا. الدولة بتاعنا is mess. الدولة بتاعنا is mess and I know that very well. Sorry?
Trezina is not only one tribe that they are even fighting, or two tribes, like you mentioned, two tribes. One tribe is fighting. You forgot about Anuak and Murle.
No, ما هسي هم اللي علنوه قريب ده من الناصر بيجي نشاكل في الناصر قال هيقتلوا دينكا وهيقتلوا شلوك. بس علنوا اثنين قبائل دي وحكومة في راسه. يعني زاد أنا قاعد الحين sometime الحاجة قاعد يحصل لنويرة وإن كان ده ربنا داير ينتهي منكم. الصراحة خطر جدا جدا على حياتكم انتوا اللي قاعد يحصل ده.
It's a cause.
لو ما فكرتوا كويس اللي قاعد يحصل ده، لو ما فكرتوا كويس إنه فعلا دايرين تنتهروا بحياتكم وأطفالكم. هسي قبل شوية كنت قاعد أحضر واحد إنه في أولانج ناس ماتوا أطفال women men ناس ماتوا بكمية. نحن كيومن أنا كتريزينا أنا كإنسان موت زي ده أنا ما قبلان بيه. بدي أنتوا قاعد تنتهروا بحياتكم صراحة.
Let me answer.
لازم تراجعوا نفسكم.
Let me answer. You know, Teresa, we are in South Sudan. I follow you in social media.
Yeah, High Court, the Giga. Let Teresa state your words and then you will answer you afterwards. Because this
Teresa, you're already asking me a question. You're already asking me a question.
High Court, please respect yourself and allow the lady to speak. Teresa, go ahead, darling.
تمام. So يعني بجد يا هاي كورت لو دي اسمك حقيقة وانت انسان انت قاعد تنتهي من القبيلة بتاعتك. اقول لك بصراحة يمكن هتقتل جزء من شلوك، هتقتل جزء من دينكا، هتقتل جزء من government، but هتموت موت شن صراحة. because government عنده قدرات كتيرة جدا ممكن عنده دبابة، عنده طيارة فوق. صدقني جد حقيقة بقول لك يا هنا بصراحة انتوا لازم تراجعوا نفس حاجه اللي انتوا دايرين تشاكلوا عشانه ده. اقيفوا فوقه بس، ما تعلنوا اعلان زي ده وماشيين all over the places. انتوا هنا حبه هناك حبه هنا هتموتوا. والله العظيم بقولوا لك هذا ما هتقول انه ناس عندهم الناس اللي دخلوا ولانج ديل الحكومه عندهم حكومه عنده قدرات ممكن ينتهر منك وهيشردك من بلدك، هيشردك من القريه بتاعتك. وانت لازم تفهم ناصر ده ما هيكون حقك تاني. الشر ده وده حقيقة. الشكل ما بيقلب الشكل باللوجيك، شكله بالفكر. انت هتخسر وين وهتستفيد وين؟ انت هتستفيدوا من شكل ده وين؟ When you guys benefit from this fight كده ورونا هتستفيدوا شنو؟ لما تشاكلوا زي ده لأن حكومة never give up for border. ممكن يعمل give up في حاجات ثانية لكن border لا. كويس؟ انتوا هتستفيدوا شنو من الشكل اللي بيموت فوق اطفال وناس كبار ونساوين؟ هتستفيدوا شنو من هيك؟
Good morning brother Gar Kubala. Can you upon?
جاوبني على كل الاسئله بتاعتي ده وانا برجع.
Anyway, Teresa or Teresa, what I'm saying, war is war. The North community, if you don't know that, if you don't know the secret, are the majority in South Sudan. We have to fight for our right. You cannot eliminate our
majority
community.
for military or our majority for
In South Sudan, we are the majority in South Sudan. Okay, so
brother,
okay, we have a secret that you don't know. We have a top secret. We have a top secret.
Population in
We have
the
a top secret.
population area or the military
Yes.
area.
Population, even the military, in population with the military. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish.
السودان دقيقة brother. أنت لو دخلت مدرسة أكبر قبيلة في جنوب السودان كله دينكا وبعده أنتوا ديل أنت نوير.
That propaganda. That's propaganda.
دقيقة بس لو مدرسة ده مدرسة ما كلام ساي ما قدرت نادي تشايفين أطفال ويال صغار لامين وفيسون. إحنا لو خطينا وقفنا كلنا في ميدان أنت هتشوف عدد الناس هيكونوا كيف. ما دينكا ما وقفوا كله عشان تشوف عددهم قدر شنو. ولا شنو زالوا ما وقفوا كله الناس لسه قاعدين يعني انتوا بتقوموا كلكم بعيالكم باطفالكم برا. That's a problem هنا. اكبر قبيله في جنوب السودان ديكا is 5 million point دقيقه is 5 million فاصل واحد ده دينكا وده حقيقه وانتوا 2 million فاصل اثنين نحن 1 million نحن شلوك ده 1 million we are third population in South Sudan نحن كشلوك ده. So يا تو مدرسة أنت دخلت فوق عشان تقول إنتوا ناس كتار قاعد تدروش من إنتوا يا نوير يا دراويش.
So now you confused. Now you want insulting?
No, seriously. You fight for nothing. أنا أتكلم مع زول فاهم يعني أنا داير أتناقش مع زول فاهم who what the South Sudan.
Why you insulting? Why you insulting?
ترزينا. هنا ما ممكن تقول إن إحنا كتار قاعد تخوف مننا.
What I'm telling you. As long as you touch the Nile community, we're going to terrorize. Upper Nile is done. It's a done deal. If you don't know that. Upper Nile is a done deal. Okay.
You cannot.
You're going to.
You cannot, my dear. You cannot.
You're going to.
إلا كانيتو قاعد تطلعوا الناس من الناس اللي ما في مكان الأرض عشان عددكم يكتر.
ترجينا ما. Don't waste your time with this guy.
ما نازل قاعد يقتلوا في النفسهم وجد يعني هنا people are watching نحن دقيقة brother نحن people are watching كيوم إن أنا إنسان أو أنا القاعد يحصل لكم ده انتهار عديد.
دقيقة يا أختي. Look, High Court, you are using provocative language here. At the same time, your statistics are not right. Since when did Nuer climb up the top and become the majority in Sudan? You're trying to take us right back to explain the demographic transition of Junub? Come on, brother.
You know,
you need to come to your senses. At the same time,
High Court, you
language, Upper Nile is done.
You cannot keep up on your mind.
When you say Upper Nile is done, how many tribes does the Upper Nile region host? Should I count? The Jem, Murle, Anuak, Dinka, and all this? Besides Nuer, Cholo, Maban, and all that. So Upper Nile is done because Nuer, they are the majority in Upper Nile. So they have to impose their powers upon others in Upper Nile region and deal with them accordingly, whether they like it or not. If they don't submit to you, then they will be subjected to atrocious acts. Is that what you are trying to imply?
If you choose war, this is what we are good for. Okay? You choose war, this is what we are good for. Yeah. So we are not joking. We are not joking.
Nobody joking with you guys. You guys will die. In the hard road to move to you.
Okay,
you will see that, my brother. We're ready for you. We're ready for you.
You fight the wrong war. You fight the wrong war.
انتوا قاعد تهددوا في الناس ان احنا هنقتلوكم انا برجل لكم حياتكم والله يا هاي كورت اقسم بالدين ما نحن شلوك ديل ان نخش لكم في فندق وحنشيلوا منكم وناصر حكومه حيشيلوا منكم وهتشوفوا كلام ده وانا معاك هنا ده you will see that انتوا ما قاعدوا تهددوا في الناس ان احنا بشر زيكم
We used to look. We're gonna tell the Upper Nile to Sudan. We're gonna tell Upper Nile to Sudan.
Then go look there, Rita Hachuk Kalam, then go look there, they agree now. Ito they need to Yalnas. They need to use still people, kids, adopting kids. What is all there to feed South Sudan, the Nasaba, Ada Vita Commission, the Sharat Mutu Kuluku, Allah Hakuma, Katilku Namanta for Haja. Bayara Haiga Turaskum Kulumba, another Kumabada Kuma, the Matalim Bidakum, and my finger and a majority. Where is the majority? Tamar majority of South Sudan, with a guy to South Sudan, Shurusha, even I did come Jarin Dumbas, the soul of Novisu machine, Ariani Halat, the whole of Finas. It had moved with a Hachu for more than mother, I found the rotation I couldn't perceive this time. Not that Hina Lokum, they need to go to hit. And Lukum, it's Wahamanas, my dear in Mashaki, Shekladama to Safidu Minu. It's the room, you come here, Kutukum here, Landishno. It's my Bashar Bordo.
Yeah, my dear, why you allow people to drop in me?
I caught again and good luck. Just listen. Keep your mic close, High Court. Now we are giving you a chance to speak, and you have to listen to different opinions. So keep your mic closed. We're gonna pass the line and then listen to other people. And then when the dig for interjection, whether you want to make correction or just be patient, High Court. We are not running anywhere. Don't keep up on your mic. Let's give a chance to others.
Yeah, let me say this one here before. I want to leave because I've been here for a while. Joseph, Dr. Madut and Teresa. Rest of
Is Teresina done because he has been interrupted repeatedly?
Yeah, no, I want to go.
And I am the one who dropped High Court. High Court, no one else dropped you other than Matanya. Because you are not respecting yourself by observing the rules of any platform. Okay?
Yeah.
So you need to relax instead of turning room into an argument room. Teresina, are you done or not yet?
So Ali Gadishakolo Ashanshunu, Gadishakolo Ashanshunu. Why you guys fighting for? Why you guys wanna fight in Haria Bita Malakali to Gadin Fitunja Debitana, Tunja Debitana? You guys guiding Hinak Hasi. Why you guys in somebody country or people country and you claiming yourself you don't want evil government in your country, your what do you call it, your state, sorry. Malimu nufiskum agodu fi mantiqatkum ashan hakuma yijikum. Hakuma dairat border. Hakuma lazim ikut border hinak. Intu dairin shunu fi tunja. Dairin ulma dairin hayakhutu border hago de lazim ikun fi border fi mahalla. Qad shaglu ashan shunu. لامين نفسكم كلكم شاكلوا عشان دايرين تقتلوا شلقوا نوير ليشنو لا شلقوا دينك ليشنو جاوبني انا ماشي نشاكل لكن داير اجابه عشان افهم لما نشاكل معك.
Okay. First of all,
you can do the interjection and then High Court will come if it is necessary. Because he has spoken for a long time.
Can you guys move a line?
Me, I'm not. I'm hold on a second, please. I want to leave. I'm just want to ask you guys information I'm leaving. So, and then Madud, you came, I think you know the line, where the line begins and where the line stops. Because we have a rule there. And
yeah,
we have
supposed to be the one coming after Trindina, and then the one will come.
Okay, let me get away from the clubhouse. Some of you will, if you want to listening more debate, you can join. You can go to clubhouse and listen in there and join. So that is what's going on. That debating. We are debating clubhouse regarding about what's going on. Anyway, I have a few video to play. Some of you here today that SSPDF entered to Wulang today. So I have some of the video that I want to play. Update security situation in Nasser, in Upper Nile, and so you listen to Governor General CDR General Kong. So listen to what he's saying regarding about what's going on in Nasser and Malakal around Upper Nile. So listen to what he's saying.
نعم شكرا جزيلا. فعلا الدخول في قواتنا كان سهل جديد كان ولكن قبل ما دخلوا كان في صعوبات كده بيواجهها، لانه القوات الايو والجيش الابيض هم يعني قاموا بتفريق المناطق يعني من الدمى ومنطقه بتاعت يين وراسه المقاطع اللي هو الولانج، يعني هم خربوا يعني نهبوا اسواق ونهبوا المسيحيات. فده يعني ده بوقف انه النادل ممكن انه ما عندهم اوبجكتيف يعني لانه الدواء ده دواء من المنظمات، ومنظمات ديل هم يساعدوا الشعب في مناطق اللي هم يقومون. لكن احنا برضه بنشكر القوات بتاعنا ماشي بالهدوء ووصلوا بسلامه، وبرضه حسب نادوا سلاطين والشعب انفروا عشان يجي في داخل المدينه. مناطق ثانيه في جوكو فعلا كان حصل قبل صباح، حصل ضرب في اتجاه الاثيوبي، ده ما كان اتجاه بتاعنا، كان اتجاه الاثيوبي، لكن الجيش بتاعنا ما قدر يضرب لانه اتجاه الاثيوبي، وطبعا ده احترم جيرانه، يعني ده جيران. فنحن برضه قمنا بواجبات بعلاقاتنا مع جيراننا ثاني في اثيوبيا، تكلمنا معه في كمبالا والوضع هادي الحمد لله. فالمنطقه يعني الوضع على ما يرام، نحن بالخير. وهنا برضه في مدينه ملكال الناس عايشين سلبي. صباح اليوم في لواشي كان حصل برضه ضرب في كلاكس كده بسيطه، حصل صباح مع ايوه قربوا ضربوا على واشي، ولكن طردوهم لان هذا هم القوات بتاعنا دخلوا في مناطق وقدم وراهم طارق فيهم. فده اللي حصل، يعني الضفه الغربي فوقه يعني شحن فيه كلاكس يعني ايام الاثنين اللي فاتت. فيما يقول ما في احداث، ما في حاجه في احداث، ما في حاجه حصلت في ده كان اللي شعب، لكن ما في حاجه.
المواطن الان في مدينه ملكال ما زال الان يتخوف في مساله انه يعني ما مستقر كده. الرساله اللي بترسلها انت كحاكم مع دخول القوات لولانج انت بتقول شنو؟
طبعا المواطن عنده حق ممكن يزعزع، لانه مواطن هي مواطن يعني بقدر يخوف. لكن نقول لهم انه يعني من انا انه القوات بتاعكم قوات بتاعت الدفاع الجنوب السودان SSPDF بدافع عنكم، فما في داعي انه الخوف. فالخوف ده يكون ما في وسط بتاع الشعب بتاعنا. خوف برضه يعني من الاشاعات في فيسبوك، ده الحاجات اللي بخوف الناس، لكن في ارض الواقع هم ما خايفين من الفيسبوك.
So you heard from CTR Kong, governor of Malakal. So this is what's going on, and you hear about the debate going on in Clubhouse. So people in diaspora are feeling a lot of in the ground, because you hear from governor himself. He said that the SSPDF is going to Wulang and Nasser to protect the life and property of civilians. They are not going there to harm any civilian of Nasser or Wulang. But the only people who are putting fear into the civilian of Wulang or Nasser are the people of Facebook. And you have seen a lot of people are commenting here. Those are the people who put fear on the civilian on the ground. And you had listened to today one SSPDF inter to Ulang. So Major General is
ولاية في الحكومة المركزية في القوات. برضه نهنئ قواتنا بانتصارات الباهرة. هذا الجهد كان جهد مشترك في حكومة بتاع ولاية، في حكومة مركزية، في القوات رئيس أركان. فكل الجهد ده بانتصار قواتنا دخولهم في مدينة أولانغ. و احنا برضه نشكر شعبنا انه تعاونوا برضه على طول الطريق من ملكال حتى أولانغ. كان برضه في تجاوب من المواطنين، وده كان برضه يعني شغل كويس. ان احنا عايزين كل مواطن هادي بلا مصلحة هذا الوطن انه يساهم في استقرار المنطقة. احنا كقوات دفاع جنوب السودان نحن جزء لا تجزأ من الشعب ده، ونحن مكلفين بحمايته وحماية مكتسباته وأملاك بتاعه. فاحنا نكرر التهنئة، نكرر الشكر لكل من ساهم في إنجاح العملية ده، ونتمنى إنه كل.
So yeah, so have you heard it? So SSPDF now is in Wulang and they're their way to Nasser. And the civilian in Nasser, please, SSPDF do not go there for you. It's just going there to secure area to protect you. And the White Army has been brainwashed for those anti-peace elements. And you have seen people are commenting and talk about it. And this is what is happening, because misinformation and propaganda, that's what fueled this conflict. Okay. So SSPDF, as you have seen, SSPDF is a nation army, is not doing any harm to the civilian. Okay. But all of this politician going on around this, where SSPDF, Bukcho, all kinds of going to Nazareth to disarm, all of these are not there. In the beginning, okay, in the beginning, last month, if the civilian in Nasser and Wulang, listen to the leaders, people will not be in this stage at this time. And we have seen what happened. The civilian now, how many people have been displaced since this incident, since the war started last month? Okay, like you seen, like 2 days ago, one of the medical facility in Ulang has been looted. Okay, and the staff there have been threatened. Now the Doctor Without Border now closed down the medical facility, and this is the only medical facility in the area. Okay, and these who are now suffering are the civilian. That's why the SSPDF is going there to make sure that these criminals that were using this violence in this area to be controlled. But our people in social media that are just going in, deciding all of these negative things, please let us stay away from this. Our civilians are the ones who are victims here. Some of you using social media where you spread propaganda, please, you need to stop. SSPDF is the national army, let them go there, do their job, and let the secure the area, the border, that's their job to do. Why you do for police style all of this? So that's one of the things. So according to the Doctor Without Border now is closed down his facility in that area, which is very harmful to our people in Wulang and Nasser and surrounding village around the area. So for what reason? So that is one of the things. And let us listen to the United Nations UNMISS.
From the situation in South Sudan, as outlined in the Secretary General's report, as submitted to this council. Since my last briefing, there has been a sharp deterioration in the political and security situation, which threatens to unravel the peace gains made in recent years. All our efforts are now focused on preventing a relapse into widespread conflict and refocusing attention on the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement. During my last update, I warned of an emerging standoff between the two preeminent parties to the agreement. This has now degenerated into direct military confrontation and escalated tensions across the country. The trigger can be traced back to events beginning in Upper Nile State since the beginning of March, when the White Army overran the Nasir-based garrison from the South Sudan People's Defense Forces. Subsequent airstrikes on Nasir, allegedly involving devices containing incendiary fuel, have caused significant casualties and horrible injuries, including to women and children. Humanitarians estimate that over 80,000 people have been displaced. The series of events in Nasir culminated on the 7th of March in an attack on a United Nations helicopter in Nasir, resulting in the death of an UNMISS crew member and numerous South Sudanese military personnel. The extraction operation during which this occurred had been conducted at the request of all parties and with assurances of safe passage from national, state, and local authorities. Since then, and in the context of a deplorable downward spiral, we are receiving reports of further mobilization, respectively, of the White Army and the SSPDF in Upper Nile, allegedly including the forced recruitment of children into the respective ranks of the armed formations. The deployment of Ugandan foreign forces at the request of the South Sudanese government has further staked public anxiety. Senior SPLA-IO civilian and military actors have been removed from official posts, detained, or gone into hiding. The arrest of First Vice President Riek Machar reflects a new low in trust between the principal parties. Misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech is fueling political and ethnic tension, particularly on the social media. These conditions are darkly reminiscent of the 2013 and 2016 conflicts, which took over 400,000 lives. Dear Mr. President, this situation underscores the urgent need for a collective effort by national and international stakeholders to secure a cessation of hostilities, preserve the integrity of the revitalized agreement, and ensure necessary steps are taken to end the continuous cycles of incomplete transition. UNMISS is engaged in intensive diplomatic efforts to broker a peaceful solution alongside many stakeholders, including, but not limited to, the African Union Peace and Security Council, its panel of the WISE, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, the reconstituted Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission, His Holiness Pope Francis, the United Nations Secretary General, and this Council itself. The message from peace partners is clear and consistent. The parties must resolve tensions through dialogue, build trust and confidence, refocus on the peace agreement and consensus-based decision-making, and assure the people of their steadfast commitment not to return to war. We need look no further than across the northern border to Sudan for a stark reminder of how quickly a country can descend into catastrophic conflict. The region cannot afford another crisis that could further destabilize an already fragile landscape. To avoid this outcome, I must underscore the critical role of neighboring states as guarantors of the agreement in restoring peace and stability in South Sudan. With this in mind, I seek the support of the Council to, firstly, immediately address the Nasir tensions through dialogue rather than further military confrontation, which risks tipping the country into a broader conflict. The situation in Nasir is above all the result of political deadlocks and disagreements that have escalated into violent clashes. Secondly, echo the recent communique of the African Union Peace and Security Council and the IGAD Extraordinary Summit by urging all parties to adhere to the ceasefire and the peace agreement, including reinvigorating the functioning of its relevant mechanisms. Thirdly, call for the release of detained military and civilian officials or their treatment in accordance with legal process. Lastly, encourage the two principals to exercise restraint, address their differences constructively and through public dialogue, and manifestly put the interests of the people first. To help secure these outcomes, UNMISS is committed to leaving no stone unturned. Mr. President, South Sudan faces one of the worst humanitarian outlooks since independence. Driven by escalating subnational violence, the spillover from the Sudan conflict, deepening economic collapse, extreme weather, and a sharp decline in international aid, regional volatility is also fueling instability in South Sudan. Around 9.3 million people, 3/4 of the population, need assistance, and 7.7 million are suffering acute food insecurity. A cholera outbreak continues amid a crippled health system with 47,000 cases and 877 deaths so far. Humanitarians are doing all they can to stretch scarce resources to also support 1.1 million returnees and refugees who have fled the war in Sudan. But funding cuts are dismantling life-saving services. Let me underscore, there are no quick fixes to this crisis, and there is a need for strategic alignment between peace-building, humanitarian, and development efforts, particularly around food security, climate resilience, basic services, and governance. In this volatile environment, and as emphasized in the Secretary General's report, the protection of civilians, in particular women and children, must be a priority. While it is the primary responsibility of the government of South Sudan to protect its civilians, the rapidly evolving situation underlying UNMISS's protection of civilians mandate is more important than ever. UNMISS is increasing its protection of civilians measures, including reinforcing our posture at IDP sites in Juba, which are locations of particular risk. UNMISS force has responded proactively to the situation by increasing its patrols and enhancing security at its bases, with the quick reaction forces on standby to address unexpected situations. These measures underscore the mission's preparedness to face deteriorating conditions and its important role in protecting civilians. This is in the context of our overarching protection of civilian strategy, which is based on projecting our physical presence to areas of priority need, flexible basing arrangements, and robust troop deployments, enhanced patrolling, and procuring capabilities, as well as equipment that are fit for purpose in the climate-affected terrain in which we operate. All of these efforts are being carried out in close coordination and through enhanced engagement with the national authorities to ensure a shared approach to civilian protection and conflict mitigation. These efforts complement our longer-term protection and political strategy, which is to foster a protective environment that supports South Sudanese in conducting their own political and societal transformation through the completion of the nation's long-promised democratic transition. This requires nurturing the essential enabling conditions and democratic environment, such as the civic and political space, and strengthening the rule of law, which will endure beyond a single electoral event. It is precisely because these conditions are grounded in universal principles, rights, and fundamental institutions that they will prevail long after we as a mission leave South Sudan. It is in this context that I note the recent launch of the civic education campaign and public consultations on the Constitution. This marks the beginning of the constitution-making process. I must note that UNMISS faces operational limitations in all these tasks, especially in the face of this broader conflict. Our peacekeepers continue to face access denials on the ground. If the current trend continues, we are looking at a shift in conflict dynamics from subnational and community-based violence to a more complex picture involving signatory parties and foreign actors. We are already prioritizing resources accordingly, but UNMISS is a peacekeeping mission, not an army, and cannot be everywhere all at once. In this context, the 4 pillars of UNMISS mandate remain as important as ever. This includes protection of civilians, facilitating the delivery of humanitarian assistance, supporting the implementation of the peace agreement, and monitoring and reporting on human rights. We seek the support of this Council to ensure mandate continuity during the crisis. South Sudan has asked for comprehensive electoral assistance from the United Nations. We are positioning ourselves as one UN to support all phases of the electoral cycle. However, this task is made difficult without a level of serious commitment, decision-making, and action from the country's political leadership. Meanwhile, discussions continue with our host government on the status of the UNMISS Tonping base. Despite receiving an initial ultimatum to vacate the site, our approach has been to conduct a constructive negotiation towards a phased relocation that maintains the mission's critical functions at the site. We welcome the opportunity to continue our engagement with the government on that basis, readily making available land and facilities as these become available and free for transfer. Excellencies, let me underscore once again that there is a serious and growing risk that conflict dynamics may steer South Sudan dangerously off track. The revitalized peace agreement remains the only viable framework to break this cycle of violence in South Sudan. The overriding imperative now is to urgently avert a relapse into full-scale conflict, refocus efforts on accelerating the implementation of the agreement, and advance the transition towards South Sudan's first democratic elections. Another war is a risk South Sudan simply cannot afford, and nor can the wider region. I thank this Council for its continued support. Thank you.
Je remercie.
So you guys hear from United Nations report to United Nation Council today, actually yesterday, and you have heard from Mr. Nicholas say that over 80,000 people have been displaced since the conflict started in Nasser. And he also talked about the peace agreement analysis, that the only solution for South Sudan to remove out from this violent war, which is that's what they are saying. So right now, how we see, so what is happening with the RCs? So that's now one of the big questions. And we all know that Dr. Yamachar has been arrested, is in house arrest, and also we have a team that there is a caretaker, chairman of IO, Stephen Howe, is taking over with his team. And this is what is going on now is within, and we have seen some of the IO's forces who are defected to SSPDF. So let me play this video very quick from today. Today there was over 1,280 SPLA-IO forces who defected to SSPDF. in Western Equatorial State. So listen to Major General Joseph Edward.
شكرا للحكومة بتاعنا بتاع وسترن إكواتوريا. أنا بقول قدمنا خطوة كبيرة شديد اليوم بتاع الليلة، وأنا بشكر ربنا إنه اليوم بتاع الليلة ده كده يكون بداية حسنة في وسترن إكواتوريا عشان نحن نقدر نعيش مع بعض ونعمل مع بعض عشان وسترن إكواتوريا يمشي قدام. فأنا بقول شكرا His Excellency Honorable Governor of Western Equatoria and Division Commander Division 6 and then the head of departments. عندكم برضه في ناس موجودين معنا، ناس بوليس، ناس سجون، ناس والله، في ناس بتاعكم ما دخلنا بنجيبهم. فأنا مبسوط شديد، أنا بقول كلام كثير، وطبعا إحنا ناس عسكري ما بيقولوا كلام كثير. فأنا بشكركم كله في وجود بتاعكم كحكومة بتاع وسترن إكواتوريا. فشكرا لكم كثير. السلام عليكم.
That you have it. So 1,280 soldiers from IO defected today to SSPDF, which is a good sign to see this is a part of peace. So because we need one unified army in the country. So all of this violence we need only because too many commander-in-chief is not going to help. So we have only one army in South Sudan, SSPDF. All those forces they have to integrate to SSPDF. So all of this violence can be stopped. So, and I'm happy that to see some of the IO forces that are now see that they choose peace. They are not choose violence like the rest of part of the country are choosing violence to fight with the SSPDF. Now the IO part of in Western Equatoria, they are doing a good job. We have been seeing for the last week or so, like 2,000 forces from SOA, they joined SSPDF because this is what we want to see. This, as a citizen of South Sudan, we need to see this kind of positive move from our army personnel so that they can unify themselves. We have to have one army in the country. That's one of the things. This all of this Biden is going to stop because nobody now. If we have one army, loyalty to the country, there's nobody can come there. He own an army, and then he can say that I will fight because I have he having a power like a manpower, like the army forces. So that's what is happening in part of Nasser. So and part of Nasser and Malakal. So if all these forces have been integrated into the SPDF, and then the country have one army, that's good. So that's the positive way to move the country from this cycle of war to the peaceful, you know. And it's good that we will see. So now we hope. Now today, let's listening to the member of SPLA-IO who are now in stream. Chairman and vice chairman as secretary. So listen what they're talking about.
It's a fruitful meeting with them. We given a brief about the development in IO party because IO now come up with a new interim leadership, and that in the interim leadership come up because there is an absence of leaders in IO. As you know, our chairman in house arrest, and also our deputy chair in exile, and also SG in exile. For that reason, the members of IO in Liberation Council called the meeting according to Article 19.1, read together with Article 20.1, that given a National Liberation Council authorized to conduct a meeting with 1/3 from the members of National Liberation Council. In that meeting, we resolved to elect a new leadership, R3. They elect our chairman, Stephen Farr, to be an interim chairman for the IO SPLM party. And also our deputy chair is Lasuba Wango. And the secretary is Agog Maku. The function of a new leadership to engage with the parties of this agreement, and also to engage with the civil society, to engage with a diplomatic corps in South Sudan, and also to engage with the government to resolve or to solve any problem facing us as a country. As you know, now our people suffer a lot because of the war take place now in Upper Nile, and also we call those who are in the war to be calm and to return back to peace. And we as IO, we are for peace, and we are for implementing of this peace agreement. Is very important for us. There is no something better than the peace.
Okay, the status of Dr. Riek Machar, because there is rumors, people talking that what happened is a coup. What is the status of it?
No, this is not a coup. As I mentioned, it is internal arrangement. It is not a coup. And even our chairman, Stephen Fard, one of journalists asking him about if the chairman come out from the detention, can you step down? And he says, I can step down because this is not coup.
So there you have it. So now we hope that you see the IO interim leadership are now working toward peace, which is good. We hope for the next few days to come. Hopefully they will join hands with the SPLA-IO to continue with the implementation of RCS. So I come to conclude, guys. Thank you for watching my show. Before I close down, let's go back to Clubhouse, listening in. What are they talking about? Before I close down.
حقوقنا الشعب بتاع ساوث السودان. الحكومة ده ممكن يصلحنا عشان نعيشوا مع بعض، والحكومة ده ما ينفع نعيشنا مع بعض، نحن كلنا نتفق. أنا حكومة ما بتاع قبيلة، بتاعنا كلنا. ولو في قبيلة بقول لنفسه وهو فوق، ممكن يقول أنا يا ممكن أكون في كرسي ده forever. ده المشكلة ده نحن كلنا كساوث Sudanese people we agree we fight the government عشان الجفرمنت ده يمشي من الكرسي حقه ده عشان الناس يعيش في سلام. ده صح. لكن أنا ما ممكن كقبيلة أمشي أشاكل government. I cannot do that. قبيلة واحد بس. أنا أقول بتحداك واقتلك ومش government بس. Now أنا هقتل الشلوك واقتل الدينكا وما عارفين ده nation ده separate from حاجات حكومة. في مواطنين خالص ما عارفين أكل بتاع حكومة ما بيعرف.
يا Sister Teresa, Equatorial National dam inat metin. Equanat, bita John Ochang, dam bitam win.
Kada Sister Teresa na der namal correctly. Yeah, I tell it to good kada der namal correct.
Kura mel kon koji anekala rana jam tem kui tem kudu.
Okay. So thank you guys for you can go back to Clubhouse. So if you want to listen in debate, debating that a lot of debating going on. We call for those of you, we always, our media here is for you to give you the important information what's going on in our country, to keep you update, because there are so much propaganda going on in social media, because especially this war going on, insecurity going on in Nasser, or in around, especially in Malakal area, Armaton. So there's so much propaganda going on that people are doing a lot of misinformation in social media, and they are misleading you. Please make sure that if you see something in social media, do not take that. Make sure that provide before you say that, okay, believe that that's accurate information, because there is people who are using social media a tool where they just put a lot of negative stuff that can do a lot of harm to our people in South Sudan. And we are calling to the citizen of Nasser. So just give credit to the citizen of Wulang for peaceful, allowed SSPDF to enter Wulang with no any resist, which is a good sign. That is how we want to see that, but we don't need to see more bloodshed in that region, because we want the White Army to come to their stand. Whoever mobilizing White Army, please stop your mobilization in that area, or there are negative people that who are doing this. Okay, and this is not a good thing to do that, to put the life of innocent civilian in risk. And we have seen that the White Army do not use the White Army as a tool that you would fight your senseless war because for their position. Okay. So White Army, you have to stop your negative activities in whether in Wulang or in Nasser or in Malakal area. Well, I heard that there are some of the White Army just across the border between Ethiopia and Yukon, and they attacked yesterday 5 o'clock in the morning. So we said not a good thing to see that. So those two countries, I hope Ethiopia government and South Sudan government should work together hand in hand to secure their border. So there's no any criminal activities. And also farther northern of northern Sudan area. So they need to seal those so that the criminal cannot do those criminal activities. So I hope this the thing that I just want to see. We are calling for peace. We really need our people need peace. We don't need to see a war. So please, the citizen of Nasser, please allow SSPDF to do their work to put a security law and order in place so that the citizen in the area, to have a freedom that you need, because we need to see our people in Nasser or Ulang to have a peaceful that they deserve. So that is my last statement. Thank you for watching Media Talk Show. We will bring more update when we have it. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful morning, or have a wonderful evening wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Peace be to you all.
We Santo man kolnyang Mike Cholgrangawan Yupit Luping Yarul Pandiri Shet Maniel Anaketon Niel Jilo Wenetona Dol. I think a kick,
Yanria, what is the video, my brother? Stop the propaganda. Thank you, brother God. Waduh mengarah mampu jadi lapor malah ini good people, you are one of those people, my brother. You need to stop this your negative campaign. The White Army of them, that village, that camp. No more mobilization. Yes, I'm agreeing with you, my brother. Yeah. You are right. We need White Army to come back. Okay, then we have your question, my brother. Let me answer this way. Let me answer your question. You ask me what does Let me answer your question with question, right? right? It's Nasser is part of South Sudan. While I'm in right now, I'm ready to go to my farm. While I'm so I'm now preparing my garden, prepare my the same thing to wind up. With all that farming Thank you so much, brother. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. Wonderful tomorrow or
I think